Hey everyone, I'm Rivers, and today we're going to be playing the Painscreek Killings Part 2. And in this part, we're going to be doing more investigating, trying to figure out who killed Vivian, trying to eliminate some of our suspects and hone in on who might be the killer. And we're going to visit the hospital, we're going to look into some cars, going to visit some houses. Yeah, it should be fun. Let's get to it. Do I need to use my Slim Jim for this one? Let me see. I did use it. I don't think there's anything in here though. Can I unlock this side? Yeah, looks like there's nothing in this one. I don't know if that's legal what I just did, so let's not put that in our article. Okay. Now where the heck is 7? 4, 2, 5. Down here? 3. Where would 7 be? 1. And this one's 1 as well. Okay. I'm just gonna look in this car while I'm trying to figure out what street I'm on, which one's 7. Okay, this is the police officer, I guess. 3/26/1997. The investigation progress is slow. I've tried to reach people, but many of them have left Painscreek, and those who still remain are starting to move out. I found some evidence showing that things aren't what they seem. The media didn't have it right. I need to interview some people who worked at the mansion. I've been too wary and haven't reached out yet. Matthew seems to be Scott's legal parent. Still won't talk to him yet. So Matthew's not talking to Scott? I'll have to visit St. Patrick's Orphanage tomorrow. It's a day's drive from here. I know Scott found something there. There's something not quite right with all of this. Yeah, Matthew's sus. 3/30/1997. Vivian married Charles in 1971. After the marriage, she became vice president of the Roberts Mining Company. It went into a slump after the mining accident in 73, but her resilience to not give up led her to rebuilding the company from the ground up. She supported local businesses such as the Painscreek Community Hospital to revitalize the small village. Looks like she was publicly very active. Too active? She was taken to the Painscreek Community Hospital for an emergency operation in 1974. Trisha Roberts was born just before that. Vivian was hospitalized for a few months. She was reliant on Dr. Henry Johnson during that period, so the doctor is another person we gotta look out for, I think. Security room 025241 mansion. I'm taking a picture of that one. If we get stuck later, I'm just gonna go through these pictures and see what we have. March 13th, 1997. To P.I. Steve Moss. I came across your name through a close friend of mine. She highly recommended you, saying you are a person of integrity and a very reliable investigator. So I would like for you to investigate the case, which happened in 1995 in a town called Painscreek, of the murder of Vivian Roberts. I was there when it happened. The body had been placed in front of the mansion gates for everyone to see. A few days later, Scott Brooks was apprehended as a suspect. However, there wasn't enough evidence and he was soon released. 18 months later, the police filed Vivian's case as unsolved. I've tried to forget everything, but I just can't. I simply want to know the truth. I have enclosed a copy of the threat letter that Vivian received the day she died. I hope it helps. For safety purposes, I would like to remain anonymous at this time. I will give you the first payment in good faith that you will agree to my offer. When the case is solved, I will pass you the rest of the payment. Sincerely, Anonymous. So somebody hired him. This is not the chief of police guy, this is a private investigator. Somebody hired him to look into the murder. But the fact that they're staying anonymous is kind of weird to me. Like, maybe either they're the person who did it and they want to mislead the PI with this letter, or it's honestly somebody from Vivian's family that really wants it to be found out and for some reason kept this letter secret. I know what you did. Meet me by the well at midnight. You know which one. Come alone. Notice how all the E's are later and offset? So we just have to figure out who has a typewriter where the E's don't work properly. PI Union License, Stephen Moss. Is he still here? What's this? Secret lies with her. That's the achievement I got. Oh. And who is this? Is this, the daughter? Ooh, there's blood on this. You need a key for that. I'm gonna check this side of the car. I can't open the boot right now. I guess there's nothing else in here, but we do need that key. So wherever Stephen Moss was staying. So I just checked the paper that was in the hotel that said what rooms everybody was in, and Stephen Moss is in room 201, which is the one that we didn't have a key for. So that's helpful, I guess, in a way that we know we can't go there yet, but still need to find that key. So we're still on the hunt for 7 Black Pine Road. Ooh, that was squeaky. Very squeaky. Huh, where does this lead? Playground? There's something about a playground, wasn't there? That's where we came in. So 6. Where the heck is 7? All the 7s are missing. Disclaimer notice, children's play area. Children must be supervised by a responsible adult. 4. Wait, 4, 6, 4. What? Does that make any sense? 4, 6, and then another 4 over here. Am I crazy, or does that just not make sense? In terms of plotting your streets out. Public hunting area. So first we'll go to this playground, I guess. No alcohol, no drugs, no smoking, no weapons. Shouldn't go into the water, my equipment will get wet. Okay. Oh, this must be Scott's cabin. Well. Covered well. A note here. To-do list. Get more firewood, give Trisha my spare cabin key. So that's probably in the mansion. Fix Mrs. Patterson's sink. Visit Andrew at the hospital. Andrew's at the hospital. Check hospital for missing tools. Somebody stole some of his tools. Yeah. Trail closed. Can I go in? Let me try. Yeah. No. I look like I can fit under, but I can't. Okay. So I guess I'm not going that way. Is this 7? Oh my gosh. Okay, it's not that one. Can't turn the power on. But What happened here? I think the sign goes parallel to the street, right? Is that true? Yeah, so this continues to be Black Pine Road. What number is this? 8. Okay, we're almost there. It's 3. 11. 13. 2. 8. 10. What am I missing? This is really confusing. 5. Is it this one? Let me see. It might be this one. That would make sense. Oh, yeah, it is. Let me unlock it. Okay. Mystery solved. The mystery of where 7 Black Pine Road was. Ooh. Looks like somebody ransacked this place. It's kind of... Oh, it had a fire. It's kind of spooky in here. Do the lights still work? No. Okay, there's probably... There's a safe here. Where did I see that say open? Letter. Let me crouch. So there's alcohol, and then there's a letter. Daniel. Who's Daniel? Dear Daniel, how have you been, my son? It has been a while since I last wrote to you. I'm getting much better now. Dr. Johnson has assured me that I'm recovering well. I'm now working full-time at the mansion. The hallucinations are gone. There are just 2 more checkups to do and I'll be done with rehab. How is Mom doing? Is she still working at that restaurant? I hope she spends enough time with you. I don't blame her for leaving and I wish I could be there for you. I'm sorry things turned out this way. Please forgive me. I've been saving my money and plan to... And... They never got to finish the letter. I have no clue who lives here. Yeah. Unsure who that letter's from. I guess we'll find out over time. This... Okay, the door's jammed. This one's not. Okay, can't reach that one. Seems like nothing in here. Let's go upstairs. Ooh. Somebody was talking to ghosts or something. For us! I'm gonna take a picture of this for... And I'm also gonna take a picture of this in case it's relevant. For my front page picture. She is for us. Okay, wait, let me... She is coming for us. Okay, this is a good one. Who's coming? Diary. May 12th, 1994. This is one of those games where if you go into a room and you don't find everything, and it was something you needed, you'll never figure out where you've missed the thing. So it really pays off to be paying attention the first time, and I hope that doesn't happen to me. So May 12th, 1994. I hate to admit it, but Scott is a good kid. He's hardworking, takes care of me when I'm drunk, and he's a man of his word. I'm starting to like him. June 10th, 1994. Did I see her again? How can that be? Why doesn't the medication work anymore? Did he give me cheap pills? No, that can't be. He's as guilty as I am. We're all in it together. He cannot abandon me. They cannot abandon me. Is this about the murder? August 2nd, 1994. Ever since Scott asked about her, I've started to see Sophia again. Sophia. Is that Scott's mom? And this guy's Scott's dad? No, I don't know. Why did he have to mention her? I need more pills. I think I'm going crazy. August 29th, 1994. Oh Lord, I know I am a sinner. I realize it now. That's why I'm going crazy. I know that nothing I do will bring her back. I pray that our sins do not pass down to our children. Please forgive us for what we have done. What did they do? I just got an achievement that said Andrew reads stories, so Andrew reads in the hospital. He is related to Scott somehow. Take one pill daily every morning with water. Dr. Henry Johnson. The antidepressants. Yeah. Antidepressants for hallucinations? I don't know if that's... Maybe that's just another type of medicine he was taking. Okay. So that's that. So Andrew Reed had some kind of trauma from his wife dying, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. More information needed. And now I think we really need to go visit the mansion. More than anything else. Let me see, do I have any more keys I need to use? No. So that's the hunting area. Let me check the map. Two hunting grounds. And we want to go... let's go to the hospital first, actually, so we should keep going left. Yeah, this is a hospital sign, I think. So let's visit the hospital. And then we'll go to the mansion as the big... Assuming we can get in here. The big finale, I hope. Because hopefully we will have all the information we need by then. Although there are a lot of keys in the mansion that we're going to have to get and come back out and unlock stuff with. Because a lot of people have alluded to there being keys in the mansion. So it's not going to be the big last hurrah, I guess. But it's a big event anyway. Leaves. Can't go back here. Department of Public Health and Human Services. Let's make sure there's nothing suspicious around. I don't really see anything. Another flashlight. They really want to make sure you got the flashlight. So Matthew Brooks... Yeah, that's the pastor. Okay. So he's been visiting Trisha. Why is Matthew visiting Trisha? On behalf of his adopted son? Nobody else looks like... Interesting on that one. He visited her again. Yeah, Matthew is suspect. I don't know why he does what he does. We haven't really found much about him yet, right? There's gotta be some documents here. Let's see. So Trisha was in 203. I'm gonna write that down. And then... yeah. I don't think we need any of those other people's. Okay, that's nothing. Oh. Nothing. Read. If Father Matthew forgets his key, place it under the flower pot next to the church. I think that's the key I picked up earlier. Just happened to see it. But if it isn't, we'll have to go back and see if there's another one. Pick up. What is that? Ex nihilo nihil fit. 1964. What is that? I'm gonna write down 1964 just in case. We need a password for something or something like that. Okay, everything's off the hook. Okay, let's start going around, I guess. See if the lights work. See if the elevator works. It doesn't work. Stairs. I'm assuming most of these are going to be locked. Cafeteria. Let's play the maze game. Flower stuff. In the kitchen? I don't think there's anything in this area. Yeah. Okay, let's go this way. Operating room? Yeah, why would they leave that unlocked? Nurse station. Oh! This is a new place. Susan, Catherine, Lisa, Maureen. Gotta try them all. Wanda Tyler, 43 Silver Lake Boulevard. So we're gonna have to go to 43 Silver Lake Boulevard after this. Hospital map. So Joshua Taylor. Oh, Our Ghosts Surreal. In Search of the Truth of the Dead by Rebecca Bloomfield. Is that our character? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. What happens when a person dies? Does the soul leave the body and head towards some far-off light? These are questions that mankind has been asking since the beginning of our existence, and yet there is still no concrete scientific explanation that can prove that such things exist. But what if they are real? More importantly, what if that person has unfinished business here on the earthly plane? According to Nathaniel Anderson, spiritualist and writer of Spirits of the Dead, the spirit world is very real and everyone is destined to go there after leaving their physical body. However, when people die with resentments in their heart, they are unable to pass through the gates towards their designated realm in the spirit world. This is due to the things that they were affected by when they were here on Earth. We call those lost souls ghosts. Ghosts are spirits in an unhealthy state. Some of them seek revenge, but almost all of them seek some form of resolution, depending on the level of hurt they received before passing and their level of maturity while on Earth. The levels of resolution range from lesser indemnity to greater indemnity. Interesting. They said to take notes and stuff, and I've seen cases where it would have been bad to not take a note, like medical record room. Okay. Like with the keys. But also they have like repetitions of stuff. So that they kind of know that you're gonna find it somewhere. Office. Okay, that's the stairs again. Now, was the medical records room around here? This one's unlocked. Off the hook. Diary. November 15th, 1995. Derek visits me every day. Sometimes he smuggles in snacks. The snacks I like, knowing that I would never get them from the nurses. Other times he brings me flowers. They smell so wonderful. He knows that I love Sense and Sensibility and reads me a chapter or two every time he's here. If he doesn't have to drive Charles for a few days, he stays past visiting hours and sleeps on the armchair, tending to my needs during the night and gives the nurses a break. He's such a good kid. December 2, 1995. My hair is falling off more now. I really don't like the chemotherapy sessions. Is this Vivian's, like, they said she was hospitalized for a while after her kid was born? Is this, her diary? They make me throw up afterwards. Every time Derek visits me, it pains me to see him holding back his tears. I want to comfort him, saying that I'm getting better, but my appearance betrays me. December 16, 1995. Sometimes I wonder if my life had any meaning at all. Having mostly worked my whole life for the Roberts family, so it's not her, because they work for the Roberts family. What will people say at my funeral? Will Derek think of me as a mother who was always there for him? I could have done so much more, if only there was more time. So it must have been like, maybe a maid or a butler or something for the family. Somebody who worked for them for a long time. Or like a gardener. Open. Nothing in there. Surprised their diary stayed there that whole time. Convenient, huh? Okay. The medical records room. Let me check the map. Medical records is 9, and that's over in this corner. And then, yeah, okay, so it should be up here. Yeah. So let's unlock it. Nothing on that. Raymond Brown, 34 Black Pine. Patient needs to be monitored daily. He relies heavily on his medication, and without the appropriate care, he could die. I don't know. Wanda Tyler. Henry Johnson, that's the... Wanda Tyler had cancer. So that was her diary, I think. And that's Derek's either mom or his, somebody who wanted to be like a mom to him. Kyler Thornton. Marlon Fox, Rebecca Hunter. I don't think I recognize any of those names. James Comley. Okay, Henry Johnson prescribed this one. Doesn't have any... doesn't have any information. Patient required confidentiality. Henry Johnson again. This is for Andrew Reed. Okay, we know who this is. This is the guy who had that diary. Mental or emotional illness, unstable alcohol dependence. Yeah, so this tracks, but I don't think it gives us any extra information. Yeah. Okay. Wanda Tyler. Okay, let's see. It's just a medicine she's taking. Oops. Kyle Thornton, Raymond Brown. Those aren't people we know either. Yet. Bonnie Ramsey. Andrew Reed. Medicine. That's his prescription. Okay. Kyle Thornton, Workers' Compensation Board. Andrew Reed has a Workers' Compensation Board, so 2 to 4 weeks. So he had to stop working, I guess that means. Maybe he was getting compensated by his job for something that happened. Can somebody let Catherine know that I found her missing pin and I placed it in one of the drawers of the lobby? If she's wondering I found it in the basement storage, she needs to take better care of her things. So Catherine's locker can probably be opened with that date that was on that.
Hello again, Miss Roberts. How are you doing? What should we talk about today? The nurses have notified me that you haven't been eating your meals. Is there something wrong with the food? We know that currently this is a rough time for you. Your father has been asking for you. He wants to know if he can talk to you.
So that's a recording of a session with, I keep forgetting her name. Let me check again. Diary. Trisha. So that's Trisha's. Because she was brought in here, and then Andrew Reed was visiting her, right? Let me just check something. No, Andrew Reed wasn't visiting her. Yeah, Andrew Reed wasn't visiting her. Matthew Brooks was visiting her, I think. I'm gonna go back to this area and check that. Actually, it wasn't this one, because I didn't come in through this door. No. It was over here somewhere. On this. Yeah, it is Matthew Brooks, so it is the pastor that was visiting her. Here's the nurse station. Catherine. Okay, I think I know her code. It's 1964. Logbook. May 19th, 1993. Norma Jefferson was admitted to PCH at 10:24 a.m. Her son found her on the side of the bed and immediately called us. We tried to reach Dr. Johnson, but we were not able to. After the third try, we gave up and called Dr. Schneider, who was not supposed to be on duty. It is the third time that we failed to reach Dr. Johnson. Dr. Johnson is pretty suspect, too. Him and Matthew are on my list of potential suspects. He's never been unreachable this many times before. June 4th, 1993. Susan has been sick 3 days in a row. With Catherine calling in sick at the last moment, tonight's staff will be extremely short-handed. I have agreed to do double shifts this weekend. June 20th, 1993. Isn't this person Catherine, or are they not? Are they telling on themselves? June 20th, 1993. It is unfortunate that 8-year-old Timothy Scott drowned. Rumor was that he was trying to retrieve his toy and lost his grip. He was alone while everyone else was playing in the playground. His body was found 3 hours later in the river near the hunting cabin. June 26, 1993. I was at the end of the hallway when I saw a young lady standing outside Dr. Johnson's office. It was 11:15 p.m. and the visiting hours were over. I called out to her. She turned to me and promptly walked away. I couldn't be exactly sure, but I thought she looked drenched. I looked out of the window. It wasn't raining. Interesting. Yeah, they were telling on themselves. Like, Catherine calls in sick last minute. This is Wanda's. Right. We're gonna go upstairs. And we're gonna find... Oh god, what's her name? I can't remember that girl's name for the life of me. Let me check again. Trisha. We're gonna find Trisha's room. Let me just double check where it was. Over here? Might have said. No. I think it was 2... Oh, something. Well, whatever. I'll figure it out, I'm sure. It'll be the door I can open, probably. Why is it so dark in here? That's so creepy. Ooh, the gym is spooky. The gym has spooky music. Okay. Nothing in here. Nothing useful, at least. 206. Is this Trisha's room? Can't go in the bathroom. Adios. Part of a balanced breakfast, 101 kek. Oops. Milk. Everything's trashed in here. These kind of cabinets are so expensive because they have like ceramic ball bearings. Yeah, I learned that from YouTube. Read. Dear Hannah, I heard it from my mom that you're not feeling well and have to be in the hospital from now on. So I wrote this letter to say I am really sorry for what I said to you last time. I just wanted our time capsule to be perfect. When you get better, you can put anything you want in our time capsule, and you can decide where we should bury it, I promise. I really hope you get well soon. I miss you. Please write back to me. P.S. You can pass your letter to my mom. She works in the hospital as a nurse. Nicole. I do not know who Hannah and Nicole are. Dear Nicole, I was so glad when I got your letter. I am sorry too, and thank you for letting me choose where we bury our time capsule. I have a few ideas in my mind and I want you to pick one for me. Playground, behind hunting cabin, cemetery, and then there's a blood splatter. Oop. She never got to finish the letter. Huh. What does that mean? So, I don't think this is... What's her name's room? The girl whose name I keep forgetting is room because... didn't really have anything in it that described her. I already checked there. 208. Check the bathrooms, I guess. You never know. Guess that's it for this. Did that... Wait. Yeah, it was in there. These stairs lead up? Yeah, they do. Ooh, what is this? Okay, it's the roof. Broken ledge, someone could fall and die. So it's right here. I think someone did fall and die. There's no blood or anything, but... I wonder if somebody did. Okay. I'm gonna try and see what's out there. So it's out... Not this door, but I will go back there. It's over here. Right? Right here. Oh, somebody did fall. Camera. Might want to use that. Do you have nothing to say about this? Yep, somebody fell and died. But who was it? So Trisha was in 203. I'm gonna check 203 just to make sure we can't get in. 201, 202. .203. So we're gonna need a key for that. I'm gonna write that down. Oh, I already did write it down and I forgot. Well, at least I was on top of it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna make sure these stairs don't go down. They do. But I can't go in there. So there's a basement to the hospital as well. Okay, now I'm gonna go out the other doors over here. To this, like, courtyard. Interesting. Is there anything out here? Maybe not. Okay, I don't know if I can go up there. Let me try going under the chain. Nope, can't fit under the chain. So I don't think there was anything out here, at least not that I can find yet. I can't get in through the window anywhere, right? I don't think they would do that in this game. Okay, we're done with the hospital, and now we need to go to the actual manor. Can't believe there was nothing about that person falling. Like, our character didn't even comment on it. Oh wait, let's go to Wanda Tyler's house first. View. 43 Silver Lake Boulevard. 40... Is this... what road is this? No, this is not Silver Lake Boulevard. Walnut Avenue. Silver Lake Boulevard. So, 43. 23. So this way. 25. 26. Anything back here? Don't think so. 29. Oh, this is to leave Painscreek. So it must be back here. 43. 30. 32. 35. 33. 34. 43. I think this is it. They make all the houses feel so creepy. Nothing on the phone. Bathroom. Maybe we'll find something about Derek. Pick up. I think that's nothing. Just an asset. Okay, I didn't see anything in that room. Oh, I thought that was just a door. I still have to go upstairs. Whose bedroom is this? Typewriter. Hold on. The E's look okay on it, though. So, whoever this is wasn't the one who wrote the threatening letter. Friday, January 12, 1990. We went cycling today. Scott said he can ride faster than me. Of course that isn't true, so we had a competition and Trisha was our referee. We set the goal line to be the fence in front of the river. I was winning until we almost reached the finishing line. I braked to prevent myself from crashing into the fence, but Scott didn't brake. He pedaled harder as he approached the goal. I yelled at him to stop, but he did not listen. By the time he crossed the line, it was too late. The brakes did not stop him in time. His bike hit the fence and he was launched into the air, landing on the rocks by the riverbank. I ran to him. There was blood coming from his head and scratches all over his arms and legs. Trisha came up to him and tended to his wounds. She seemed to be sobbing. Even though Scott was the one bleeding, I think I'm hurting more than him. Wednesday, March 14th, 1990. While cleaning the garage, Charles approached and asked if I would like to be his chauffeur. He said his current driver wants to spend more time with his grandchildren and is planning to retire. I have by the end of this week to decide. It's a good opportunity. I'd get a raise in salary and I'd get to travel around the country. I think I'll say yes. Sunday, April 1st, 1990. Trisha came today and suggested we make our very own time capsule before I start my new job. I thought it was a good idea. We buried the box near a big stone in the cemetery. We're probably gonna have to go get that. Before leaving, we made a promise to each other that we will open it up in 10 years. Wednesday, May 16th, 1990. I had a chance to walk around New York today. As I went into a bookstore, I remembered how much Trisha loved notebooks. There was one that was really cute. It was a bit expensive, but I think she will like it. I should surprise her by giving her the notebook on her birthday. Thursday, June 28th, 1990. I didn't expect to be traveling this much as a driver. On one hand, I miss my mom. On the other hand, I get to stay in nice hotels. I guess it's not a bad deal. Charles treats me very well. He even gives me extra allowances on these trips. Maybe I'll get something nice for Mom next time. Saturday, September 29th, 1990. We went hunting near the river. According to Scott, there's a nest in the drain hole that sometimes has eggs. I told him it might be dangerous, but he assured us that it's fine. So off we went. Sure enough, there were eggs. I didn't know what eggs those were and decided to stay a little further away. Scott started collecting them when I noticed something moving. Trisha was able to shout out that it was a snake. I stood there, frozen, not knowing what to do. Scott turned and saw the snake. He then spread his arms out and slowly walked backwards. Trisha was behind him. He extended his right hand with the stick toward the snake and slowly placed the bag of eggs on the floor with his left hand. When he reached me, he grabbed my arm and said, "Run!" We all ran, screaming our lungs out. I think that was the fastest I ever ran in my life. So I don't think Derek would be the killer so far. Monday, November 5th, 1990. I miss the old days, when it was Trisha, Scott, and myself, hunting in the back of the woods, playing by the lake. It's not that I don't appreciate what Charles has given to us, such as the house we live in and our jobs. I would just miss the time when we were young and carefree. We would go anywhere and nothing would stop us. I miss Trisha. Sunday, December 23rd, 1990. Why doesn't she realize that I like her? So Derek had a crush on Trisha, but he seemed to be pretty good friends with Scott. Like, he didn't say anything bad about Scott. So I don't see any reason to suspect him. Hey, Derek's knife. I can't take that in my inventory, I don't think. Okay, so that's Derek. I don't know who it is yet. Oh, diary. This is the mom's diary. May 3rd, 1974. Derek turned 4 today. Vivian organized a small party for him. I really appreciate what she has done for us. After blowing out the birthday candles, I asked him what he wished for. He said, "I wish to see Papa." I did not know what to say to him. I could not tell him that his father left us. August 22nd, 1974. Vivian is being hospitalized for mental instability. Dorothy has asked for me to care for Vivian while she remains at the hospital, so that's what Vivian's hospitalization was about. I wonder how Vivian must be feeling right now, knowing that she might not be able to conceive anymore. Magdalene wants a boy to continue the family line. Not being able to have children anymore will be devastating for Vivian. I pity her. So there was pressure to have a boy. October 9th, 1974. I just can't stand Sophia. She's not that pretty. Just barely a year working here, and the others are already serving her hand and foot. She's just here to take advantage of the Roberts family. I don't trust her. I wish she'd just disappear. I'm just gonna check Andrew's diary. Yeah, so that's the Sophia. It's either Scott's mom and Andrew's wife, or he just had some hand in getting rid of her that he's not happy about. Thank you, Wanda, for your hard work, Vivian. That one's jammed. Need a tool. I have this. No. Oh, I can check my own tag. Janet Kelly, so we weren't the Rebecca person. Huh. Doesn't seem like there's anything else in here. I think we've seen everything there is to see in this house. So that's it for part 2 of the Painscreek Killings. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next one.